Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. Hey everybody, Parker here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, we focus on building your confidence through fashion, lifestyle, grooming choices that are not gonna break the bank. If you like the sound of that, join the gang. The time has come. I've made my mind up. I'm cutting my hair off. It's been over a year and a half of growing it out. Just wanted to take a little bit of time, say farewell. I'm getting a lot of mixed feelings about my decision to cut it because I asked you guys on my Instagram and it was literally like 52 to 48 on the side of cutting it. So I have been getting a bunch of questions all throughout the grow out process, both with people who are interested in growing it out themselves, but also who have long hair and are kind of with me where they're a little bit ready to cut it off and try something new. It's been a real journey, so I just thought we'd talk about it. I want to tell you guys some of the reasons why I've decided to get rid of it. Honestly, I'm sick of it. It looks great. I love how it styles. It's really fun to wear with different things. It really fits my vibe and I get that, but I'm just so tired of dealing with it. It adds an easy 10 minutes onto my daily routine when I get out of the shower. I find myself like dreading taking showers because I know that my hair is gonna get wet and I'm gonna have to either blow dry it, or if I let it air dry, it takes 3 times as long as it would when it's shorter. And honestly, I feel like I just have a very feminine face. I've been told that by people in the comments for years and years, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. However, the longer my hair gets, the more it just kind of accentuates that. So I'm ready to switch over to something just to feel a little bit more masculine again. Also, I'm just ready for something that makes me feel, this sounds so weird, but just makes me feel a little bit more sexy, honestly. I'm going with a totally different cut. Well, I will show you in a second. And I'm just ready for something fun and new and different for me. It's a style that I used to wear years and years ago that I have not done in like 15 years. But I also just want something that I can like jump out of the shower and be ready and just be focused more on my fashion, on different things like that, as opposed to having to worry about styling my hair for 10 to 15 minutes every single day. My life is hard. No, it's not. As a matter of fact, it's about time for me to go get my haircut right now. So see you guys in a second. And here it is. Woo! So different. I cut like all of it off, but I am absolutely loving this new style. I left a little bit of length on the top, super duper tight on the sides and the back. It's just a nice summer, just fresh start. If you're interested in getting a cut like this, it's like a 1 faded into, I think a 2 right around here, but this was all scissor cut on the top and I am loving it. It's almost like a Caesar style cut. If you have long hair right now and you're kind of ready to cut it, join me. Cut it super short. I think this is gonna be a really trending style because it is just like a tiny bit more edgy. It's a little bit more of like a lean into sort of a streetwear style that I'm really enjoying, but it's just so easy. I get out of the shower, I dry it for 5 seconds and I'm out the door. I don't have to do any styling, any products at all. I'm gonna let it grow a little bit longer on the top and we'll do some kind of different short hairstyle options that you can do because you can like add some little texture into it if you want, but that's to come in the future. I think changing things up every so often is really smart, especially after the last year and a half we've had and how crazy it's been. I know, speaking personally for myself, I felt like I was in such a major rut. I just needed a fresh start, and it's dramatic, it's a lot, but every time I look in the mirror now, I feel totally different about myself. I'm able to feel confident and excited because I look like a totally different person. Yes, absolutely. For as long as I can remember, I have been wanting to grow long hair. I just thought it looked cool. I thought it would be fun, but I always got to that first awkward stage and I was just like, I can't do it, gotta cut it, and I would give in. But with 2020 happening and we were all in quarantine and I wasn't even allowed to get a haircut, I just figured, what the heck? I'm gonna let it go, and we just made it. So if you're thinking about growing your hair out, I would say absolutely do it. Even if it's only for a short amount of time, I think it is definitely worth it. Not only does it end up being really fun because you can do all kinds of new styles with it, It's actually a really good exercise in patience, I found, because there were so many times where I was desperate to cut it off and I just said, well, I either couldn't because barbershops weren't open, or I just was like, you know what? No, sit with it, push through, see what happens, and I'm so glad that I did. Having gone through it now, I so badly wish that I could share hacks with you guys or give you some sort of tip that would totally make it an easier experience, but unfortunately everything you read on the internet is true. You just have to give it time. Oh, and definitely get trims to the ends of your hair and get it shaped. Because yes, it is extremely frustrating when you're losing that hard-earned length that you've just been waiting and growing. However, over time, especially if you're planning to grow like shoulder length, really long hair, getting those trims and getting the split ends cut off and just getting things shaped in a proper way is really smart, because as it continues to grow, instead of it growing out like this, it's gonna start to fall down and it's gonna just look a whole lot better. Not all people's awkward is created equal. Unfortunately, some people's is way worse than others, but some things that I learned along the way that I found really helpful were, first up is utilize headwear. Whether it's a beanie, a baseball hat, a wide brim hat, whatever your preference, get yourself some different hats. I wore a beanie for like 2 to 3 months straight over the winter because it was just driving me nuts and I didn't feel like even trying to style my hair. 2 is using extra product. If you are gonna be styling your hair during the awkward phase, just get something with a stronger hold or use a little bit more of whatever it is you're using and really just work that hair down so that it stays and doesn't stick out or just start to get too crazy. And 3rd is just to embrace it. The more you can understand that you're not gonna avoid the awkward stage, it's going to happen, the easier it's gonna be for you and the more you can enjoy the process. Also, when it does start to get a little bit more awkward, this is a perfect time to get a trim, because that way you can start to add a little bit more shape and volume in the right areas so that it doesn't just start sticking out and looking weird. As much as I'm loving this new style, if you're interested in growing your hair out, especially if you've never done it before, do it. Embrace the awkward stage, push through, just work on your patience, and I promise you it will be so worth it in the end, because you'll look cool, you'll have tons of different options of ways you can style your hair, and it'll be something that might be new and different for you, which is always a good move. Whew. Got a little bit more personal today, guys. It was nice. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful for you. As always, if you have any specific questions about your hair or hair in general, I am by no means an expert, but I'm happy to discuss my personal experience. You can drop your questions down below. You can DM me on Instagram. Go follow me there, as well as on TikTok for lots of other style tips, outfit ideas, all kinds of good stuff. I just really appreciate you guys. This has been really fun. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, tell a friend about the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.